Yo, what is going on, my friends? Welcome back to another video. My name is Charles, and today I'm gonna be going through what I think are some of the best fragrances you can be wearing on dates in the year 2025. Before I jump into the fragrances themselves, I have to say, like, the most important thing that you can be taking care of before you go on a date is your hygiene. That doesn't mean just dousing yourself in cologne. That means like having a shower, scrubbing your armpits, brushing your teeth, scraping your tongue, and putting on deodorant. Now that's like the bare minimum, and please, please, please make sure that you're doing this. No amount of fragrance that you spray on yourself is gonna overcompensate for the BO coming out of your armpits, and that is the last thing that you want. So I have two recommendations for you for deodorant. One of them is my favorite deodorant of all time, and that is Jack Black Pit Boss. This stuff is like, I think now $33 a stick, but you can buy a pack of two for like 40 on some occasions. I'll put it in the description below. You can pick this up on Amazon. That's where I buy mine. This is undoubtedly the best men's deodorant I've ever had in my life. I've been using this for about 8 years now, maybe even more, and it smells just, oh, it smells like a barbershop. It just smells clean. But the thing about it that I love so much is just how much it works. You almost don't need a fragrance with this because it's such a dense antiperspirant. When you sweat, it just emits this amazing fragrance from the deodorant, which I've never had with other deodorants. This truly just like eliminates any BO, period. And usually you're good with applying it once at the beginning of your day. I find it so, what's the word? I find it so good that it's almost annoying because it's even hard to scrub off in the shower. I don't care about the aluminum and all that stuff. I just don't want to stink. So this is the one that I use. I don't recommend any of the other ones from Jack Black. I would say go with this one. All the other ones are great, but this is by far the best. And with that being said, there's another deodorant that I want to bring to your attention. Not sponsored. I did work with them on my other platforms, however, so because I did work with them, I was able to try this out. I don't think I ever would have bought this on my own, but this is the Nivea Invisible deodorant, and it comes in this original scent here, and it also comes in this fresh scent as well. I think they both smell great. They don't smell as good as a Jack Black, in my opinion. The best thing about these is that they don't leave marks or residue on your clothing at all if you're wearing black or whatever. And that is the one downside of the Jack Black, is you put it on and it will stain your clothes, and it's such a thick deodorant that over time it will ruin them. So that's something to consider. And I would definitely recommend getting these ones from Nivea for that reason. But the only thing is with this, bring it with you. You're gonna need to reapply it. It's a great deodorant, but it does not work like this one does. Don't forget to just put it in your bag, because if you start to stink, you can go wipe your armpits off, reapply more. Just make sure you bring it with you. Okay, so you're going on a date, it's 2025. What are you gonna wear? And that's a great question. When I think about dates, I think about, seduction and sexiness and, dimly lit rooms and bars. So we're gonna break this down into sort of two categories. One of these categories is gonna be your evening dates, your clubbing, your bars, your restaurants, things like that. And then the other category is gonna be those fragrances that you can wear during the daytime, coffee shop, lunch, going for a walk, maybe going to like a farmer's market or something. So we're gonna focus on those two categories for now, because I feel like that just covers a wide range of everything. All right, so if you're just going on like a daytime date, it's like super relaxed and just fun and lighthearted. I think the best thing that you can do is just smell fresh and clean. And there's no better fragrance for that right now than Acqua di Gio. This is the new Acqua di Gio Elixir, and this smells absolutely fantastic. It's clean, it's dense, it's classic smelling, and it's gonna get the job done. I don't think it's too overwhelming to wear this indoors or outdoors. They're not gonna think you smell bad, and they're not gonna dislike this. This is just such an easy wear every single day. And another one that I've had amazing success with, you've definitely heard of this before, but in terms of people noticing me and giving me compliments on the way I smell, it's almost funny how well this works, considering it's like a nothing fragrance, and that's Molecule 01 from Eccentric's Molecule. This is like the magic potion. I don't know what it is about this. As far as I know, there's only 2 ingredients, Isoi Super and perfume alcohol. It's literally like a nothing fragrance. You can spray it 1,000 times, and it's just this like ether that's in the air. It almost smells like wet skin, like your own skin. You can spray this as much as you want, and this is the perfect fragrance for high heat. Indoor, outdoor, all occasion. You can't go wrong. You're not going to be able to overdo it with this one. And I guarantee you, you might be like, what the hell? I'm like wearing an invisible fragrance, but she or he will notice and will appreciate it. This is something I've had in my collection for years and years and years, and I will continue to buy until I die. All right, so this next fragrance is Givenchy Pi. This has been around forever, and I don't think anybody is hyping this up at all, but I have been addicted to this fragrance for like 15 years, and I stand by it. I think this is fantastic. So if you're doing a date in the daytime and it's like a little bit cooler, maybe spring, maybe fall, this is perfect for that. It's so, it's just so gentle and soft. It's a very nice vanilla, powdery, baby powder, benzoin fragrance that is just so seductive and so addicting to smell. This is one of my favorite fragrances of all time. I have like 3 bottles of it upstairs, and I think it's just an easy buy. It's a no-brainer, and most people are going to be addicted to this. It's just a very cuddly fragrance. It also would work in that nighttime setting that I was discussing earlier. So I think it's a great like transitional fragrance. Speaking of transitional fragrances, the next one is called Espiritu, and this is by the House of Bo. This house is just a genuine surprise and absolutely incredible. This is by far my favorite one from the house. If you're a man, this is the one that you want to buy, in my opinion. This is so soft. It is just this like gentle, woody, musky fragrance that's like barely there, but it is so sure of itself. It has an amazing atomizer. Oh my God. This is just a confident man who is so sure of himself. Seductive, gentle, not imposing. It is perfect. This is one of my favorite fragrances I own in my entire collection. Perfect for the daytime on those like days with a nice breeze. You're not gonna hurt anybody with this. It's not gonna be overbearing, and also perfect for the nighttime. It is just so sophisticated and so dialed in. I think it's absolute perfection. Comes with a hefty price tag, and I would say this is more for the mature man, maybe 25 and up, somebody who's mature and set in their ways. You're not really partying or doing anything too crazy. You kind of just like got it under control and you know who you are. This is the perfect fragrance for like literally any occasion. I would say morning, library, coffee shop, walking in the park, nighttime dinner. You can even wear this going clubbing. Like, this is an all around perfect fragrance for any date occasion, any time of year. This might be the winner of all of them today. Okay, now we're moving into the fragrances for your dates in the evening. Starting off with this one from Killian. This is called Old Fashioned. And it is absolutely beautiful. This is a very, again, sophisticated and mature fragrance, I would say. It also comes in this beautiful glass reminiscent of like an old-fashioned cocktail that you would drink, which I think is fantastic. The reason I say this is mature and sophisticated is because I think when I smell boozy fragrances, I really associate them with like masculine men who are grown and just like men, as opposed to like men who are 25 and under who might still be figuring things out. I still think you can wear this if you're under the age of 25, but I just feel like it might seem a little bit out of place. Like if you're a troublemaker, or like you're wearing like sweatpants or your baggy clothes, streetwear, this might be the vibe. This is definitely more of a put together, classy, sophisticated scent. It is so boozy. It is so edible and just addictive. In my opinion, this is incredible for just a sophisticated man going on a beautiful dinner date. This is probably the winner if you're talking about that category. In the same vein is Parfums d'Armarni Darley. One of my personal favorite fragrances from the house of Parfums d'Armarni. This one is so good. This is basically Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Male, but for adults. This is the mature man who like suit and tie, but he's going out clubbing after, or he's going out to the bar after, or you know, maybe he has like a younger mistress or something. This is kind of like the rich, mature man, bad boy fragrance. It's more seductive and sophisticated than Le Male, in the sense that the ingredients feel higher. There's more of like a spicy cinnamon note in here, but this is absolutely amazing. This is perfect for any evening date, especially I would say in a bar or club setting. It's very powerful and it lasts forever. This is something I would say if you're 25 years and older would be perfect for you. So what if you're 25 years old and under? You're like, Charles, bro, what can I wear? I have two options for you that I think are fantastic for those evening dates. And starting with the first one, which is Stronger With You Parfum. This is the newest one, and I think this is my favorite one. This one just has a little bit more oomph than the other ones do. Oh my God. This brings me back because I used to wear the very first Stronger With You when I was like out dating, working at bars and stuff. Oh my God. It's got this amazing cherry note to it. And oh my God, it's like the most seductive, sweet, sexy fragrance I think you could possibly wear, with this like overtone of cherry on the top that kind of reminds me of Tom Ford Lost Cherry. And in my opinion, this is just like almost unbeatable when it comes to like seductive date night fragrances for that playboy, that guy who just like likes to have fun, likes to party, likes to meet a lot of girls. Perhaps you're a bartender, you work at a bar. This smells so good. But where I am in my stage of my fragrance journey, I'm a little turned off now by synthetic fragrances. I can acknowledge that this smells so good, but it is also extremely synthetic. And I think that's totally okay. And there's definitely like a time and a place and a demographic for these fragrances. I think they smell objectively good. I'm just leaning a little bit more towards like the natural sort of softer smelling fragrances these days, and that's a personal preference. But as far as seductive, sexy, sweet fragrances go, this might be the winner, especially again, if you're just a single guy looking to have fun, this is the one for you. All right, so this next one is personally my favorite on this entire list. And I think this might be, and I've said this before, my favorite fragrance of all time, next to like Venetian Bergamot, which is the one that got me into fragrances. That just holds the all-time title because it's just so sentimental. And this fragrance is called Carby Musk. And it's from Better World Fragrance House. This is actually insane. I promise this is like the best fragrance of all time. This is like, oh my God. This is like if the Swiss Army fragrance from back in the day was just more sophisticated, deeper, with like a slight like eucalyptus note on it. This stuff is pure fragrance oil. You roll it on, and it lasts forever. 24 hours, like straight up, it's just gonna smell amazing. You're gonna smell so good for so long. This is 10 mils and it's like $300, so it's absolutely stupid. Trust me, I understand. I hear what I just said. It is so stupid. But I promise if you smelled this, you'd get it. You'd get it. This to me is perfect for you're cleaned up, post-gym, whatever, just a relaxed date. Not like a high summer heat, but just like a nice 20-degree summer day. You're walking around outside, you're going to a coffee shop, whatever. It's just so close to your skin because it is a roll-on that it's not going to really blow anybody out of the water. So I think you could wear this all the time. You just probably don't want something like this on you during a high heat situation. And again, you cannot go wrong with this at events or nighttime or party or dinner, bar, whatever it is. I think this is absolutely ridiculous. Probably, I would say 25 years old and up would be perfect for this, but I think you could wear it at all ages. However, there are better alternatives with better price points for like younger guys out there. Again, just one of those cusp fragrances that depending on the weather could work day and night. But man, hands down, one of the most seductive and addicting fragrances I've ever smelled. It's not like overly sweet, it's not overly synthetic, it's not overly cloying. It's just perfection. It is masculine, it is strong, powerful. And it's a shame that it's $300 and the case gets all torn up over time. I feel like, you know, you're spending that money, it's gonna be upsetting, but what's inside here makes it all worth it. All right, last one in today's list is Myself. This one is for that guy who would love this fragrance, but has a little bit more of a bad boy edge to him. If you're wearing something like this, you probably like all black. You probably like to slick your hair back. You probably have a clean shaven face. You know, I can picture you like, oh my God, it smells so good. And I can picture you getting out of like an old classic all blacked out Mustang, which is my dream car, by the way. This one is gonna get the job done 100%. This is, again, a very synthetic fragrance, but just so sexy and seductive. I feel like with where I'm at now in life, if I were to pick between the two, what I would wear on a date night, I would definitely lean more towards this one, just because I find it a little less sweet and just a little more seductive than this one. This one's just definitely really sweet, but this one has a slight bit of edge to it that I enjoy. I might actually have to whip this out for some like events or something. That's another occasion for this I could see being really good. It's like a black tie event or just some sort of event where you're in a room with a lot of people celebrating something. This is a great one to wear. Even like I could picture it like, you know, younger guys wearing this at house parties. This is a good sexy fragrance. I feel like these are the two winners if you're a young guy and you're looking for a sweet, seductive, sexy fragrance for like an evening, daytime, or a party. You can't go wrong with these. All right, that is it for today's video. Thank you guys again for being here. I love you guys so much. I appreciate every single one of you who watches my videos. If you could click the subscribe button, it helps me so much. I wish I could just like express to you how much it helps me. I'm trying my hardest, but it does make a tremendous difference. So click that button. Let me know what your favorite fragrance is down below in the comments. I will link everything here in the description. It's all in my Amazon storefront. I hope you guys have the best day, and I'll see you next time. Peace.